So the Gift of the Magi is written by O. Henry. So who is O. Henry? Okay, O. Henry, or his real name is William Sidney Potter, was born on September 11, 1862 in Greensboro, North Carolina. Henry's prolific writing period began in 1902 in New York City, where he wrote 381 short stories. O. Henry's trademark is his witty, plot-twisting endings and his warm characterization of the awkward and difficult situations and the creative ways people find to resolve them. One of my favorite short story, plot-twisting short story by O. Henry is Hearts and Hands. It is a story about a young woman named Miss Fairchild met her old friend Mr. Easton in a bus, but she was surprised to see that his hands were handcuffed with another glum-faced, heavily built and roughly dressed man seated next to him. So she was surprised and frightened, but sensing that Mr. Easton's embarrassment, the second man comes to the rescue by explaining that Mr. Easton is a marshal who is taking the prisoner to the Leavenworth prison, and this gives Miss Fairchild a relief. By the end of the story, we come to know that actually the glum-faced man is the officer and Mr. Easton is the prisoner. Here's another literary works by O. Henry, such as The Trim Lamp in 1907, Cabbages and Kings in 1904, Heart of the West in 1907, The Voice of the City 1908, and Roads of the Destiny in 1909.
Moving on to the next point, the theme of the story is that the greatest gift of all is unconditional love. Through the sacrifices Della and Jim make for one another, they prove love is more important than material possessions. As the narrator says, of all who give and receive gifts such as they are wisest. And the next one is sacrifices. In order to overcome their poverty and to give a good Christmas present to the other, each sacrifices the item that they value the most. The sacrifices turn out to have been made rather uselessly, since the gifts they buy can't be used. And that's all for the theme. Moving on to the next point.
Hi, my name is Farah Elina Izani binti Muhammad Nasir, and I will be presenting the plot for this story. For exposition, this story tells about a poor couple, Della and Jim, who stays at a simple flat on $20 a week. It is Christmas Eve and they struggle to buy a Christmas gift for each other. For rising action, Della had only $1.87 to buy her husband a gift, which is not enough, so Della decided to sell her hair for money so she could purchase a gift for Jim. She then got $20 and afford a platinum chain for Jim's heirloom watch. For climax, Della and Jim exchanged gifts. Jim had sold his watch to buy Della a beautiful set of combs. So now neither of them were able to use their gift. For falling action, they decided to put their gifts away, so they will wait until they could use them. For resolution, despite they cannot use their gifts, Della and Jim remain love one another and had learned a valuable lesson about sacrifices and love.
So for the characters in these short stories, the first character is Della. She's described as young, affectionate, selfless, and somewhat hysterical, requiring Jim to comfort her when she's upset. The next one is Jim. Jim is Della's husband, and the lord of the flat is only 22 and heavily burdened by the need to support the household on a low salary. Despite this burden, however, He's described as content, quiet, and good-natured. The third character is Madame Sofroni. Madame Sofroni owns the hair shop to which Della sells her hair. She's described as large, too wide, and chilly. And her manner with Della is brusque and to the point. So that's all for the character. And moving on to the next point.
The next literary device is foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a technique where the author can use to give hints or clues to the readers so that they will guess what will happen throughout the story. And then, for example, Della quote that Jim was never late. This quote raises a question why Jim was late. This is because Jim was buying the comb as a gift for Della, and the next one is Della asked Jim where is his watch, which led us to think that Jim has sold his watch for buying the comb for Della.
Greetings, Miss Alia. My name is Nur Firzana binti Muhammad Rizza, and I'll be presenting about the symbolism found in the gift of the Magi as well as the setting of the story. The symbolism found in this short story are Della's hair and Jim's gold watch. Della had long brown hair that was long enough to reach her knees, and the length itself shows us how she cherishes her hair, as it must took her a long time to get it to that length. The hair symbolizes her youth and beauty. Jim, on the other hand, has a gold watch that is a family heirloom as it was passed down from his father to him. So there's no doubt that it is the most valuable possession of his, and this item represents his time. However, when it comes to their loved one's happiness, both of them willingly sacrifice their own prized possessions in order to make their significant other happy. They selflessly give each other Christmas gifts when neither of them have that much in possession. By giving away these two items, it symbolizes the willingness to sacrifice for love, in which they strongly have for each other. And even if it meant giving away Della's beauty and youth for Jim, and Jim giving away all of his time for Della. In the end, the greatest gift that they gave each other was none other than love itself. Moving on to the setting of the story. The story takes place in a cheap but well-kept apartment that is occupied by the couple, and it happened during Christmas season. The apartment is said to be cheap because it is described to have a shabby couch, a non-working doorbell, and a mailbox that won't even hold up. These details reveal that the couple is not well off and is barely hanging on. The apartment is located in New York, and this is an assumption made from the lines where Della thinks that Jim will see her as a Coney Island choir girl after she trimmed her hair, in which Coney Island is located in New York. As well as flats, flats or apartments, they are often associated with cities. The Christmas gifts are a giveaway to the question, when did the story happen, which is during Christmas season.